Welcome back to the channel. I'm Fausto Carnevale, Italian accountant, and in this video we will talk about retiring in Italy, and in particular we will talk about sources of income to choose when you move to Italy. And I invite you to watch the video that I did 2 weeks ago regarding the sources of income to avoid when you move to Italy. It was a very important video because actually we did some example of the dividends, the double taxation of dividends, but today let's talk about sources of income to choose when you move to Italy. As you know, the Italian taxation is okay, it's not super friendly. That is why we have to choose the right sources of income. Consider another thing, I'm doing this video considering basically people who wants to retire to Italy, because actually we are receiving a lot of requests, people which needs to or wants to move to Italy and retire to Italy. Not necessarily because they are old, but also because maybe you are watching this video, you are one of these people, because basically you can afford living to Italy, you have some assets abroad, you have some savings, and you can basically move to Italy and stop working. But let's see what is the problem. So I invite you again to watch the other video where I talked about the sources of income. I invite you again to watch the other video I said when I talked the source of income to avoid. But let's see what you can do. So basically, when you move to Italy, you have the problem, as I explained in the other video, of the dividends that are taxed basically twice. What are the best solutions then to move to Italy? So first of all, even if you are retiring, consider, and you want maybe continue to work for one or two company, you can, or let's say work less. I always invite you to have a look to the regime forfettario and impatriate regime, because with these regimes you can have a good taxation, social contribution, and you will be around 20-25%, so which is a good solution. Avoid also to open a company abroad and live in Italy, because this is, I already told you, estero-vestizione. But by the way, so this is the first sources of income. So you move to Italy, you are a freelance, and you try to get some money with the working activity. As I said in the other video, we have to avoid dividends. The other thing that I advise is renting houses or apartment in Italy, in particular with Airbnb or cedolare secca, or any kind of short-term rent, because even if you are paying with the short term, you don't have flat tax, but you will save a lot of, you can charge a good rate per day when you rent an apartment in Italy. So this is the first one, this is the second one. And then, what else we can say? I would also put here the crypto. So this is another thing that I will re-explain. Avoid to invest in crypto, because unfortunately in Italy, as I said, you pay if you cash out the dividends, and you have to pay a high tax now with the crypto. Then you can also buy a business in Italy, but you have to look for a business in which you can deduct cost. So for instance, you could buy an hotel, or I'm supposing that you don't want to work anymore, you have to buy a business in which you can be a shareholder. But more than this, I would try to use actually the power of the limited responsibility company, SRL, not taking out the dividends, but basically trying to use the company, and also to legally try to provide you some benefits. For instance, you can buy the house with the company, you can buy the car with the company, etc. So those three are but my top one is this investment in Italy. And also we have to consider as a sources of income, buy a house, for instance, in cities like Milan, where the price is now going up, Because if you don't do this as a professional activity, so let's say you buy one house and then you resell it in 3, 4, 5 years, this is not taxed. So this is another way that you can make money. But my top one is the renting, and try to use then the forfait regime or the unwanted regime. Buy a business in which you can deduct costs, and you can also buy a house. So again, if you have other questions, if you want a specific tax simulation, you can contact us at info@esentaxa.com. So until next time, Fausto Carnevale, enjoy your staying in Italy.